All right, Myers, before we get started, we are going to start with the opening statement from the head coach, follow with questions for the student athletes. At the conclusion of the questions for the student athletes, they'll be dismissed. Then questions for the head coach can start. Please raise your hand, and someone will come around with a microphone. Please give your name and media affiliation. If you're joining on Zoom, please use the raise hand function for questions. We'll address the questions in the room first and go to Zoom if time allows. Now we'll start with the opening statement from Texas Tech head coach Grant McCaslin.
Yeah, this is always the worst part of it right here. And I'm so thankful for Joe Toussaint and Warren Washington, two guys that trusted us and literally gave everything they had. I mean, there's nothing else these guys could give more to give our program a chance to compete for a national championship. And what they did in this league and the heart that we showed over the course of the season. And one thing about this team, we got down a lot. I mean, we got down in this game, but I thought the last 2.5 minutes of this game, 3 minutes, just showed kind of the collective fight and grit of these guys. And it was the way we did it all year long. It never was perfect, but just a team that loved each other, and our team cares. I mean, they care about each other, and that part as a coach is what you love, and I'm so thankful for these two seniors that led us all year long. Man, giving NC State credit, I just thought they were tougher than we were. I thought Middlebrooks, Diarra, their rebounding, their physicality, and then the combo of DJ scoring inside and out. I mean, just what a great team. And they kept us on our heels. Their paint points was the difference in the game. And I thought they beat us. And give them credit. That's a great team. And it's a hard way to finish your season. But I couldn't say enough about these two men and our team and how much I love them and how much they love each other.
Okay, representing Texas Tech student athletes are Joe Toussaint and Warren Washington. Questions for student athletes. Front right.
Nathan Geese, Lubbock Avalanche Journal. Warren, you've gone through a lot just to even be able to play in this game. I mean, can you just kind of take us through everything that has kind of gone on for you since when you got hurt, just to be able to be on the court again?
First of all, I'd just like to say thank you to the medical staff. They gave me the opportunity to be available this game, and I could use that as an excuse, but there's no excuse. They were the tougher team. They have a lot of great players, so credit to NC State. But yeah, I mean, this season's been filled with a lot of, things I probably can't control. But at the end of the day, that happens. I can't complain, and I just got to move on.
Questions for student athletes. Front right.
This one's kind of for both of you, I guess. We'll start with Joe. How do you guys want to be remembered? And throughout your college careers, how do you want to be remembered for your time in a Red Raider uniform?
I mean, we brought a team that was dead last in the Big 12 last year to the tournament. The coach staff, they gave us a chance to, go to the Sweet 16 if we would have won this game. So I feel like people can take it how they want, but we know in the locker room what we did. We know we were always together. We always were carried by each other, no matter what. So honestly, it doesn't really matter to me what people think about us and this group. We know what we did, and we know what we accomplished this year.
Warren?
He said everything I honestly wanted to say, but like you said, they were dead last year, and Coach McCaslin and the rest of the staff this whole year have implemented a whole different type of culture, and I told the guys in the locker room to remember this feeling, and I know they're going to come back stronger, even stronger next year. I'm proud of all my brothers and what we accomplished this year, but this isn't the end for any of us, so at the end of the day, we just got to, just keep pulling for each other. And I love these guys, man. It's been a ride. It's been a roller coaster.
Any more questions for student athletes? All right, thank you. All right, once again, please raise your hand. Questions for Coach McCaslin. Front right.
Grant, can you just kind of take us through how they attacked you in the paint with their two bigs, kind of especially Tess and Warren, got Rob in foul trouble there early?
Yeah, their paint points were the difference. And I thought we had a good game plan, and it kept us in it. We wanted to double a few more times, and we had a double off the bounce. But also, I thought, DJ's minutes obviously were significant in the post, but Middlebrooks was the one that really hurt us the most because he's been scoring, but he hasn't been scoring like this. And I just thought he got angles, and it's when you give both of those up. I mean, you kind of got to pick your poison with him because DJ Burns is such a good passer. It's like, do you let him – talk to a lot of people about it, trying to figure it out. Do you let him shoot twos, or do you let them pass and get open threes? And so the rotations, I thought our double team probably should have went to it more consistently. But, man, there's just a really good physical team, and they were definitely more physical than we were.
Front right.
Coach, you went to a smaller lineup in the last 6-7 minutes of the game. No Warren, no Rob Jennings, despite them having such success inside. What was the reasoning for that?
Oh, you just get down significantly and felt like we needed to get some threes. And then the double team scheme, it kind of doesn't matter who's playing in that if you can push them off far enough and get to the double team scheme. Just felt like we needed to change a pace and try to create more opportunities to get space threes, and it helped. And we went to a full court trap that, kind of doesn't matter the length on that backside, and tried something different.
Middle.
Coach Pete Christie from KCBD, live and die by the three-pointer tonight, 7 of 31. Just couldn't hit shots. Can you just talk about that? Because in practice yesterday, they were just hitting them lights out.
Yeah, well, early I thought NC State did a great job defending us. And our threes in the first half were difficult. We didn't share the ball well enough the first half. And I felt like if we got a few paint touches and we shot some really difficult twos, and then we shot some quick threes, whether it be transition or maybe one pass, just needed to have more patience and create multiple paint touch opportunities to get threes. And we looked at it at halftime, and I thought we made a few adjustments, but we couldn't guard them in the second half. And then we got on our heels because of their point production and hit the panic button a little bit. And give them credit. They got to the free throw line and made free throws. I mean, they shot 80% from the free throw line. So it was kind of that double combo. I mean, we got down, and I thought we had a little better flow to us offensively during that stretch. Just couldn't get stops.
Front right.
You talked a little bit about it with Joe and Warren here. They kind of said it too. But for you, having guys like that, veterans that came in and said, hey, I want you to help finish my career, and to kind of go through this living life with them, like you kind of like to say, what do you kind of look back on throughout all this to get to where you are today from where everything was a year ago?
Yeah, this team had so many games where we got down double figures and still found a way to compete and give ourselves a chance to win. I mean, we're just pretty much competitive all year long. And Warren, when he was healthy, and we had one of the best offenses in the country when he was healthy and he was moving well, and Joe's grit and fight. He just never missed a practice. He never missed a game. He was always out there competing. He never stopped playing hard. I thought that jump ball on the sideline where he was trying to wrestle it away, I think it typified who Joe was. I'm thinking back to the Kansas State game where he had that layup in the paint to give us the win. He just willed us to so many things positively. And tonight didn't shoot it great, but his competitiveness, no matter the time or the score, was always consistent. And I just love going into these games knowing that you got a point guard that's tough and will compete every possession and guard. And I thought he did a solid job on DJ Horn, just making it hard on him. And obviously we didn't make it hard enough as a team, but I just love their competitiveness and think about all the things that we did to overcome. And those guys really set the standard for how we want to compete every day.
Any more questions for Coach? All right, last one right here in the middle.
Coach, wrapping up the first year, laying the foundation, can you just talk about the future for Texas Tech basketball? Many great days ahead.
Yeah, one person that jumps out to me, and I'm just looking at his stat numbers, who played 40 minutes tonight, Darian Williams, couldn't even hardly walk in the semifinal game against Houston. And he comes out and plays 40 minutes, has 10 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists, and no turnovers. I mean, just the grit that this group continued to show, I just love. And guys like Darian, I think moving forward, are really going to be the foundation of what we do. And what he did tonight and showed, even though he was beat up, showed kind of the heart that I think this program will have. And we got to be better defensively, and we'll continue to improve and do things to improve our program. But the people that invest in it, Red Raiders across the country, our home court advantage, I just believe, honestly, we'll compete for a national championship. And I believe it'll be soon. And I love the administration. I love the students at Texas Tech. I love the community of Lubbock. And our family loves it. And I can't be more excited about where we're going and what we're going to do. And I do believe that the best days are ahead of us. And I'm thankful for Joe and Warren and their investment and them trusting us, because they set the foundation to move this forward.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Wreck 'em.